of course, we need to mention at least mention the Bomb Squad, the Public Enemy producers,
Oh
with
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
because they just had such an approach of making beats. Like I once heard Chuck D say, or I read it, I believe, that they originally they wanted to not to create beats to listen to, but to be annoying, like using a lot of noises and stuff, and to be be annoying, and like oh, what happened to your volcano? Is it gone? So it's also like such a powerful production, in with like on it takes a nation of millions. It's just heavy from first second to last second. It's crazy.
As like a kid that was like, to the Puerto Rican and black kids, I'm a white kid. To the white kids, I'm a Jewish kid. And I'm trying to find a way to connect the dots from like being a kid listening to the Fat Boys and starting to become a teenager and like starting to think about these things. Like I can't put a pick in my hair. I'm not a black, whatever, however you cut it. I'm not like these other kids around me. And I'm trying to understand what the division and the anger is all about, right? Because it's starting to become obvious to me that I used to be 8, 9, 10, and me and Julian were boys. Everything's cool. We got Air Jordans, Sky Jordans. There became a time, right around the time Nation of Millions came out, like when I was around 10, 11 years old, when I started to see a divide, the plight of Black Americans in the country. One of the first voices that made that known to me in a way that made sense was Chuck D. And it wasn't on the first Yo Bum Rush the Show, because I know they did, but it didn't hit me the way the follow-up album did. I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened it, read it. It said they were suckers. They wanted me for their army or whatever. Picture me giving a damn. I said never. Here is a land who never gave a damn about a brother like me and myself, because they never did.
I believe that's my joint. Yeah,
that's Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. Yeah, that's a much agreed, man. I love the Bomb Squad. I think they had their time, and the music they did kind of, I think, helped substitute for the fact that rappers didn't have a band during the late 80s, because the late 80s was a band time. You Run DMC and Aerosmith coming out in the mid 80s, and it was a hair band 80s, and there needed to be a big show. And Public Enemy had a lot of people on stage, and a lot of designated roles that we hadn't seen before in hip hop. Like if you think about how Griff was at that time and all that stuff, and the fact that Bomb Squad music was, like you said, like irritating, almost like boom, like that Night of Living Basshead shit. They did some obnoxious sonic obnoxiousness. I don't know what your family background was like, but a lot of us got a source of our masculinity from this. You know what I mean? We learned it from this music and from these people and from that energy. And there's not a lot to identify with nowadays. You know what I mean?
yeah,
There's not a lot coming out nowadays that's really of that same energy. So where to go?